Rice is an extremely important crop. So important that it is considered a food staple that feeds approximately 3.5 billion people around the world and grows in every continent except Antarctica. Because of rice's easy accessibility, you have delicious dishes made around the world. From horchata to jambalaya, sushi to biryani, rice is an extremely versatile food that provides calories and nutrients to people around the world. But where did rice come from? It's accepted that rice first came along in Asia approximately 8,000 years ago, but we don't know exactly where in Asia. A majority consensus says that wild rice was first cultivated along the Yangtze River in China, but others challenge this notion and say that rice first appeared in the Ganges River Valley in India. Nonetheless, rice was exported outside of Asia and eventually ingrained itself into almost every culture. As great as rice is, there is a major problem when it comes to the cultivation of the crop. It's water usage. In a day and age where less and less snow and rainfall every year, it's important to look for sustainable solutions that lessen the effects of climate change. That is why scientists from around the world are looking to create rice that can be more resistant to droughts and consume less water, thus helping us to maintain food supplies while reducing water usage for the plant. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Explore El Paso. I'm your host, Carmen Arreola, and today with me are the owners and operators of D&JsMobileHibachi, Jenny Borrego and David Jaquez. They operate the hibachi shop on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 6:30 until sold, and they usually like to set up shop at the cottages on Edgemere at 14363 Edgemere Boulevard. But make sure to check their Facebook to make sure. Jenny, David, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to sit down with me and show us why the hibachi shop is a unique addition to El Paso. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, Carmen.
So can you two tell me about your journey into cooking and what got you into it, and specifically why hibachi?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and let my husband answer that because he's the main chef here.
Well, the journey that got me into cooking, man, I started since I was about 18 years old. Started working in restaurants throughout El Paso. I really liked it. I really liked the atmosphere, and it was pretty fun to me. And the reason I chose hibachi, my brother was a hibachi chef. He introduced me into it. I saw the money he was making. It was doing awesome. So I was like, hey, well, and he asked me, hey, you want to train? I said, sure, I would like to. So we went and we started training me, whatever. And a couple of years later, I ended up being the chef.
So what inspired you two to open up a mobile hibachi store in El Paso specifically?
Well, the first idea actually started with a food truck. And at first, yes, it was definitely going to be a taco stand. That's what we thought of right away, a taco stand. He does cook excellent Mexican food, I can say that. But at that time, he was already working at the hibachi restaurant here in El Paso, and was getting a lot of questions about if he did, caterings and things of that nature. He has a great personality, so
yes, he does.
Right, he does. He's very so. So we said, wow, let's just do that. No one has a hibachi food truck. Let's do that. It was very unique to El Paso. I've never heard of it. We looked around. There was nobody that sold that type of food, and we definitely went with with the skill that he had, and it did great. It ended up working out just fine.
A unique venture into El Paso, correct?
Yes, it was great.
Yeah, because I think you're essentially the only food truck that does hibachi in El Paso, right?
I believe so. I think at the moment there's probably another food truck on the far west side.
I think there is one on the west side that does it.
Yes. But eventually
we did start off as the first hibachi food truck. Yes.
I know we are the only caterers who do hibachi catering.
Okay.
We also do the caterings, and we take the grill in your backyard and do the whole show as well. Yeah.
So do you two think that opening the hibachi shop maybe encourages people to go outside and try things that they normally don't eat?
Yes, definitely. There's customers that will come up to the truck thinking that we sell maybe tacos and see that, we sell fried rice.
Yes.
And are definitely, oh, okay, well, I haven't had this before, and are willing to give it a try. So we do have a lot of customers that, never had teppanyaki or that type of cooking before. So it's great. It does definitely encourage, people to try something different.
And yeah, I think so. I see a lot of people. I go up to the stand like she said, and they're like, "Wow, fried rice! I've never tried this before," you know. And they end up liking it. I like to see that the kids like it, and they come back. The returning customers are like, "Hey, my kids really like the food." I was like, "Oh, that's great to hear," you know. And kids really don't like vegetables and stuff like that. And they you know.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you said it's good to hear. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
So then some people say like, my kid eats broccoli and it's only from your food truck, and they never ate vegetables before, you know.
We have
so
a
it's really,
customer.
really, that's really good.
So your
to
true
hear.
mission is to get kids to eat vegetables.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That is the hidden agenda.
starting with my kid.
So what have been some surprising lessons that you two have learned opening the food truck?
Oh man, definitely it has its ups and downs.
Definitely.
Definitely ups and downs,
We
man.
went into it very blindsided. Like I said, it was just, we jumped into it, not knowing.
Looking into how opening
exactly.
a restaurant or a food truck is, you know?
As far as tax-wise, all sorts of stuff. Being an entrepreneur is a lot. It's a lot of work, and it's definitely worth it, I'm gonna say. But yeah, there's, of course, we jumped into it, and there was a lot of things that we didn't know, and we learned along the way, and it's constant learning.
I'm still learning as we
Yes,
go.
yes, we're still learning. Yes, to improve, to be better.
It was a giant leap of faith, wasn't it?
Yes, so the giant leap of faith, you know,
That
leaving
is-
the restaurant
yes.
and being secure, you know, I was there for
Having a
8
secure
years,
job.
you know, and it was kind of hard.
Yes, and not knowing about, you know, we're not gonna have a steady paycheck, things of that nature. But definitely, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Good. So you're a hibachi shop. So obviously you're famous for the fried rice and the noodles. But has there ever been a time that you two wanted to introduce something to the menu, but you just couldn't?
Yes, it was sushi.
Sushi,
Actually,
okay.
sushi. We've always wanted to put it on the menu as a permanent thing. We've tried it a couple times. You know, sushi has to be fresh, you know, so I couldn't be doing the hibachi cooking
Freshly
and making
rolled.
sushi at the same time, you know. So it was pretty challenging for me at the time. But hopefully sushi could get back on the menu. That's one thing we definitely were working on.
Yes, and a lot of people ask for it. Definitely, a lot of people ask for it as well. But like he said, it's, you know, has to be rolled on demand and with
Fresh, and you know what I mean?
exactly. And we don't want to sell anything that's
Pre-made.
not exactly. We want to
Yeah.
make sure it's best quality and best tasting.
You want to make it in front of people so they know the
Yes,
quality of the
exactly.
Yes, just like, you know, hibachi and sushi go together. You know, when you walk into a
Yes.
hibachi restaurant, you see the sushi guys. You know what I mean? I want it to be that
That experience.
that
exactly.
experience, exactly.
Got it.
Fresh.
So how did COVID-19 affect your business?
Actually, with COVID-19, it really boosted our business.
Really?
It was totally opposite. Like, we thought because we saw a bunch of businesses closing and stuff, you know, the restaurants, and we thought we were going to slow down. But since we were mobile,
Yes, we weren't affected.
we weren't affected. I mean, actually, we got more busy. I guess the people at home
We're doing
were doing
takeout?
call-in orders and takeout.
Takeout.
So they're just going and picking up, and we had a system where you could just call in, and we had everything bagged up, so it was contact free, you know, and stuff like that.
Contact free, payless.
Payless
Where
and
you
stuff
don't
like
have
that.
to
We
use
don't have to contact.
money or.
So it was pretty worked out. Pretty much, we got real busy. We got a lot of more followers, and you know, business pretty picked up during COVID-19.
It did. It was a blessing. It did pick up.
No, that's really interesting because, you know, again, a lot of businesses, they struggled, they closed down for several months.
Yes.
And you two were the complete opposite, which
Yes.
I think was very rare in this situation.
Yes, it
It
was.
was, and we
very
were
fortunate.
surprised. We were actually surprised, and we were like, "Wow!" But it worked out for the best.
Yes.
What are some future plans you two have for the hibachi shop?
Our definite dream, our goal is to get a restaurant. You know, definitely a small spot to start with, right?
Yes, definitely. We've been looking into it already. We've been trying to look
Yes.
into a restaurant, a location close by to where we set up now. So we've been looking into it. Like I said, we are definitely. It's on our.
Definitely on the
lookout.
Yes, it's on the lookout,
on the
and
near
hopefully coming
future.
soon.
Yes.
All right. Well, I
Yes.
think all of El Paso is going to definitely look forward to it, right?
Yes,
Yes.
hopefully.
All right. And is there any last statements that you two would like to share?
We definitely like to thank all of our customers and all of the people of El Paso area that come, you know, from the west side, the northeast, whether, you know, we're close by. Just thank all of our customers and all the people of El Paso for supporting our small business and for truly, you know, making us, you know, your favorite hibachi food truck.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
And thank you, Carmen, for having us on the show.
Oh, thank you for coming by. I really do
Yes.
appreciate it. And there you have it, folks. Jenny and David for D&J's Mobile Hibachi. Once again, they open up shop on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 6:30 until sold, and they usually set up shop at the cottages at Edgemere at 14363 Edgemere Boulevard. But make sure to check their Facebook to confirm. Again, thank you, T, for coming by. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Carmen.
All right. I'm your host, Carmen Arriola, and this is
Explore El Paso.